Okay, we'll start with this. A closer look at the upcoming Amanda Serrano versus Cheyenne Henson fight, added as the co-main event to the main event between Stephanie Hahn and Holly Holm. What is their rematch? Who is Cheyenne Henson? And how did she get an opportunity for not one but two alphabet titles against one of the biggest names in the sport? Amanda Serrano, still unified champion in the featherweight division, 37 years old, fighting out of the Southpaw Stance Sporting. A professional record of 48 wins with 4 losses and 1 draw, 31 knockouts, having never been knocked out. In 53 professional starts, last in action earlier this year against the then unbeaten Lerena, who gave a very good account of herself, albeit losing to the defending champion. Will Cheyenne Henson be able to put up a similar fight? Sporting a professional record of 17 wins with 2 losses and no draws, 13 knockouts, having never been knocked out. In 19 professional bouts, she's no squirrely amateur, Cheyenne. She's been around a long while, albeit only competing at European level. Last in action, last month, opposite the ring, Flor Rodriguez, who she knocked out in the 6th round of a contest scheduled for 8. So she won't have any ring rust to shake off currently. She's 6 for 6 in her last 6, on what is a 9-fight winning streak after having dropped a decision to Fenere Natisri back in 2021. So it's been a long while since Cheyenne Henson tasted defeat. She's got to be feeling good about herself going into this fight, even if that confidence is predicated on pedestrian level competition. As stated, this will be a huge step up in class for Cheyenne Henson. She's never been in there with somebody the likes of an Amanda Serrano, and even at 37 years old, I still think Amanda's got enough to give her what for. Cheyenne Henson's base style plays right into Amanda's base style. It plays right into Amanda's strengths. Cheyenne Henson is best described as a mid-range to inside brawler, compromising defense for offense to land heavy punches within close quarters. She believes in her power. Yeah, she's got some, though not more than Amanda. But what that essentially means is Cheyenne Henson is not an opponent Amanda's going to have to work hard to find. She's not going to get out there, get on her toes, and run from the pocket. She's going to try to crash it. Let punches go. Try to overpower Amanda, which I don't think she can, but God bless her for trying. 28 years old. 9 years younger than defending champion, 9 years fresher, but not on the level. Furthest you could say Cheyenne Henson ever made it to was EBU level, European level, which really isn't bad, but a far cry from what she will encounter opposite the ring, Puerto Rican slugger. What you're looking at is a fun fight with a similar aesthetic to the Lerena fight, except I'm not convinced that Cheyenne Henson is as durable as Lerena. If what she's looking for is a gunfight, she's gonna find one, and what she's gonna find is Amanda's got the bigger guns. Even though she's 37, power is the last thing to go. I don't think Amanda's power went anywhere. I think she's still got it, so if Cheyenne Henson stays within striking distance of that power, she's gonna swell up like a grapefruit. I remember some years ago she made headlines for a grotesque hematoma on the side of her face. She might get another one the night of, as Amanda Serrano uses her as a stepping stone to match and surpass the current knockout record of Christy Martin, who holds the most recorded knockouts for any woman boxer in the history of boxing. Amanda's 1 knockout away from matching the record, and 1 more from surpassing it. She's currently at 31 knockouts. Christy Martin retired with 32. If Amanda knocks out Cheyenne, she matches Christy's record. She keeps fighting, racks up 1 more knockout, she'll surpass it. We'll see if she can in what remains of her career, because she stated herself on her social media this will likely be her final year in the sport. She's got just enough time to have 2 more fights before the year is out. The one with Cheyenne, and then maybe 1 more in the fall and winter months. We'll talk more about it as the fight date approaches. In men's heavyweight news, Deontay Wilder, the former champion, is being given a WBC lifeline for a 2-weight crown. Deontay Wilder could still end his career as a 2-weight world champion after WBC Bridgerweight champion Kevin Labrea told World Boxing News he would welcome a fight with the former heavyweight ruler. The opportunity remains realistic as Wilder continues to scale naturally around the WBC's 224-pound Bridgerweight limit following his recent win over Derek Chisora, keeping the long-discussed second title path alive should the American decide to pursue 1 more championship opportunity. Current champion Lerena confirmed to WBN that he would have no hesitation in giving Wilder the opportunity. I would 100% give Deontay Wilder a shot at the title, Lerena exclusively told World Boxing News on Wednesday. He's always dangerous, as he showed in the fight with Derek Chisora. Wilder is one of the hardest punchers of our era. However, I back down from no man. I respect all and fear none.
The possibility of the Olympic bronze medalist targeting a second world title outside the heavyweight division has existed for years. World Boxing News previously revealed that the World Boxing Council would approve Wilder for a bridgerweight title opportunity should he pursue the move, with President Mauricio Suleiman confirming the sanctioning body would have no issue endorsing the bout if the fighters reached an agreement.
And therein lies the dilemma. While Kevin Lerena might be interested in fighting Wilder, Wilder's never shown any interest in fighting him or any other bridgerweight world champion since that division was launched by the World Boxing Council and the World Boxing Association. Even earlier in the division's history, former champion Oscar Rivas was willing to defend his title against Wilder, demonstrating that the American's name carries immediate appeal in the newer weight class. Lerena himself has previously spoken about the opportunity of facing Wilder. Shortly after being elevated to full champion, the South African told WBN he would be open to giving the American a shot at the 224-pound title if the opportunity arose. Wilder himself dismissed the division when it was first introduced, insisting his career would remain at heavyweight, despite the WBC indicating he would have been eligible to compete for the bridgerweight title if he pursued the option.
The reason he didn't and the reason he won't is because there's no money in the bridgerweight division. That title
counts for very little in terms of legacy, and in terms of finance, there is no finance in the bridgerweight division. After Wilder's latest win, there was little fanfare about what might come next. Talk of a showdown with Anthony Joshua continues to circulate, but many observers view that fight as a difficult one for the American at this late stage in his career. Others have even suggested he should walk away off a win rather than risk another damaging defeat. Wilder's vulnerabilities have been exposed in recent years, and a heavyweight more dangerous than Derek Chisora could likely test those weaknesses again. A move to bridgerweight presents a different equation. Lerena is no light puncher, but the bronze bomber would hold an advantage against an opponent required to weigh the same as him. That is where the danger increases for the champion, who would lose the physical edge many heavyweights have used to bully him over the years. The WBC bridgerweight limit of 224 pounds sits comfortably within Wilder's natural range. The former champion weighed in at 226 for his clash with Derek Chisora in London, and 225 for the Tyrell Herndon fight in July of last year. Earlier in his career, Wilder often competed well below that mark, and even spoke about moving down to cruiser, a division 24 pounds lighter than bridgerweight.
Yeah, because Wilder's not really a big guy. He's a tall guy and a long guy, but in terms of body,
he's more of a Kevin Garnett than a LeBron James.
Under those circumstances, the Alabama knockout artist would not need to drastically alter his preparation to reach the limit. The idea of Wilder eventually pursuing a second divisional crown carries a massive upside as the Americans searched for another route back to a title. Should Wilder decide to pursue the opportunity, few would begrudge him attempting to close out his career as a two-weight world champion.
One problem. Two, really. Wilder's not interested in fighting for a bridgerweight title, though. Even if he were, who's going to finance the fight? Who's going to pay for it?
Somebody has to.
You'd think Deontay Wilder's still fighting in his early 40s to make peanuts on the dollar fighting some nobody in a division that nobody recognizes? Nobody respects?
Bridgerweight division was founded in November of 2020, the year of the pandemic, and approximately 6 years after its inception, it still hasn't taken off. I said that it wouldn't.
There are no big names there. None of the major promotional outfits have prized stallions in the bridgerweight division, and without that, it'll never get off the ground. The World Boxing Council can carve out as many lanes as they like.
Why did they even come up with this division?
Well, they'll say it's because the gap between a cruiserweight and a heavyweight is broad enough that you can have an extra division in there.
For safety. If the jump from cruiser to heavy is too much, you can always make a pit stop at Bridger. That's their rationale.
The cover story for this cockamamie division they decided to come up with, but what I really think it is they wanted to come up with a new division so they can charge more fighters, more sanctioning fees.
Except very few fighters worth their weight in salt have decided to campaign at Bridger, so the division never took off, and I don't expect it to now. Like, I don't expect Wilder to fight Kevin La Brea.
I don't expect anybody to finance that fight.
Wilder's got bigger and better options than fighting Kevin Lerena. He can always settle up with his transatlantic rival, Anthony Joshua. Following his win over Derek Chisora, veteran promoter Eddie Hearn stated Wilder as the warm-up, then Fury in December.
A bold statement suggesting that at this point, Deontay Wilder is little more than a tune-up fight for the former two-time unified heavyweight champion, and maybe he is. Inconvenient truth about today's Deontay Wilder is he could just as easily lose to Kevin Lerena as he could to Anthony Joshua, with the difference being one fight pays out a lot more.
So what do you expect him to do?
Really is now or never for the AJ fight that's fallen apart and been revisited so many times and still remains a polarizing subject for anyone willing to broach it.
Both factions of fans so desperate for a win over the other that there's a redeeming quality in it for Wilder.
All the step-up fights that he's had and all the step-up fights that he's lost would fade into the background if he could secure a win over his British adversary.
AJ to deal with the champ. You telling Wilder to fucking swerve him. So what you mean so he don't got to deal with the champ? You the one don't want him to deal with the champ.
No, he gonna deal with the champ on our time. We got a bigger
Y'all ain't got no fucking turns, man. Y'all don't got no turns.
It's a bigger...
No, nigga, wake up.
Hold on.
Wait, no, you hold on. That
Hold on, don't call
motherfucker,
me
no,
a
you
nigga.
wait.
Don't call me a
He
nigga.
was fighting
Don't
on
call me
fucking
no nigga.
Misfits
Don't
Pro.
call me no nigga, whatever the name is.
Misfits Pro.
Don't call me no nigga.
Misfits Pro, man.
Listen,
You can't say he on no
I'm-
fucking
bro,
A-side.
bitch.
It ain't his fucking way. He was on the fucking content creator fucking stream. That ain't real boxing over there. He not AJ. He not fucking Usyk. He fell from glory. He was on a content creator
What
fucking
you call
channel.
he fell from glory?
My brother,
What you
I'm
call he
asking
fell
you
from
a
glory?
simple question. Did you realize the fight was on Misfits Pro? Did you realize it, yes or no?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Just like in the old days, Deontay Wilder's faction of fans need to be reminded, constantly reminded, of the reality of things. He is not now, nor has he ever been, the A-side to Anthony Joshua. He's not even on equal footing for Anthony Joshua. For Wilder, AJ is the biggest fight left for him, but for AJ...
Deontay is not the biggest fight for AJ, or even the only option. The Fury showdown is even bigger than the Wilder fight would be. By now, very few people have any illusions about what Deontay Wilder has left to give to the sport of boxing.
should consider himself fortunate that in 2026 anybody's even still talking about this fight. So if we're going to get into negotiations and the true order of things, Anthony Joshua would be the one in the driver's seat. Deontay Wilder just fought on a Misfits Pro card.
You understand? That's KSI's promotional company. That's what Wilder's been reduced to.
And understand that even though he fought on a Misfits Pro show, he himself is not yet even a Misfits Pro fighter.
He's a free agent.
He has been ever since his final fight under the PBC against Robert Helenius. He's just been floating around.
So if you tried to do it, it would likely be Matchroom at the helm of the promotion, as they are a bigger promotional outfit overall than Misfits Pro.
And Anthony would undoubtedly be the A-side fighter. He's still worth a lot more money than Deontay Wilder.
He always was.
The AG is now at the stage in his career that he is now. Wilder can't afford to muck this up, letting his own ego get in the way. He's got to be honest with himself. AJ's in the driver's seat, and you're just lucky you get to come along for the ride. This comes to us at a time when Deontay Wilder is vehemently denying the lawsuit claims that he battered a minor for years from his ex, Telly Swift.
Deontay Wilder's denied allegations contained in a civil suit filed by the son of his former fiancée with the former heavyweight champion's legal team, describing the claims as fabrications. The lawsuit, first reported by TMZ, was filed by Kieran Swift, the son of Wilder's former partner, Telly Swift. The complaint alleges the former WBC heavyweight champion assaulted him repeatedly while he was living in Wilder's household as a minor. According to reports, the civil case seeks damages and includes claims of battery assault, emotional distress, and false imprisonment. Wilder's lawyer, Paul Patterson, confirmed the lawsuit had been filed in Los Angeles while strongly rejecting the accusations.
Patterson said Wilder vehemently denies the claims and intends to defend himself against the lawsuit. He described the allegations as riddled with complete and utter fabrications and insisted the American fighter had never physically disciplined any child. The attorney also questioned the timing of legal action, suggesting it was designed to create a distraction around Wilder's return to the ring. The lawsuit reportedly claims incidents occurred between 2016 and 2024, while Swift was still a minor. TMZ posted extracts after reviewing the court filing. The law firm representing Swift has disputed suggestions the case was filed for publicity, stating the action was submitted quietly without a press release.
Bullshit. You're suing a guy because he spanked you?
While your mother was spinning around his glow stick like a top? Give me a break.
Chill.
Telly Swift, the child's mother and Wilder's former fiancée, has largely remained quiet outside of legal filings since their relationship ended tumultuously. In recent weeks, Swift posted a brief message on social media that read, "Built in solitude," while waiting the outcome of her own legal claims of domestic violence against Wilder. The post suggested a period of isolation and reflection. Solitude is commonly defined as the voluntary state of being alone, often associated with personal rebuilding or emotional distance during difficult periods.
Spare me the champagne stoicism. Is anybody really in solitude when they're constantly posting for their thousands upon thousands of followers on social media, living their lives out in the public eye? Is that really what passes for solitude?
Kieran Swift's lawsuit against Deontay reads as frivolous to me. I don't know that this lawsuit's got a leg to stand on, because you're saying this guy was abusing you for years, then why didn't your mother do something about it?
Supposedly she was being abused too.
It just doesn't seem like enough of a case that you're saying these things now, but you have to prove them. And I don't know that they can. You are innocent until proven guilty, after all. And I don't know that this is something Kieran Swift can prove. It's a shakedown. So it reads, even if Deontay Wilder reprimanded this child all those years ago,
Suing him for it, and how much are you suing him for? Millions and millions of dollars because he spanked you while you were living in his house.
it's a shakedown. Straight up and down.
They're trying to extort him.
Get him for everything that he's worth, because even now, he's still worth something. He's still fighting in high-profile fights. He's still making some kind of money, and they want in on that action.
It's a shakedown.
If nothing else, Wilder's gonna have to keep fighting so he can afford the legal fees in association with these court proceedings. All the more reason for him to not rock the boat if he can negotiate an AJ fight.
You need the money more than he does. You need that fight.